Hello students, in the last video I talked about what is transport number and how can you determine it with the help of Hittorf's method. In that case we saw the experimental setup for the method. In this particular video let us talk about the calculations related to the method. See, when I talk about the electrodes, there can be two types of electrodes, non-attacking electrodes and the attacking electrodes. So let us take the first case of non-attacking electrodes. Say for example, I am taking platinum electrodes, which are inert electrodes. So no ions are going to interact with such electrodes when are present within the experimental setup. In this case, again we have to divide it into two parts. So after electrolysis, what are the observations you need to find out? What is the weight of the anodic solution you are taking? So say that is W1 gram. When you are done titration, what is the weight of silver nitrate you got? Say that is W2 gram. So what will be the weight of water within that anodic solution? That will be W1 minus W2 gram. So now I can say that this much amount of water will contain W2 gram of silver nitrate. Next, you need to consider the equivalent weight of silver nitrate as a total. So, I can say how much gram equivalent of silver nitrate or gram equivalent of silver is present after electrolysis. That is W2 upon 170, which is the equivalent weight of silver nitrate. W2 upon 170 gram equivalent of silver. Say that value is equal to X gram equivalent of silver. The next part is the before electrolysis observations. So before the electrolysis was proceeded, what is the weight of the anodic solution? Say it is W3 grams. After titration, you found out the weight of silver nitrate is W4 gram. What will be the weight of water in this case? W3 minus W4 gram. So in this case, I can say W3 minus W4 gram of water contains W4 gram of silver nitrate. Further, if I want to find out or if I want to combine before electrolysis water proportion with reference to after electrolysis. So in that case, I can say W1 minus W2 gram of water will contain W4 upon W3 minus W4 into W1 minus W2 gram equivalent of silver. If I want to convert it into gram equivalent, that means I need to divide it by 170. So say whatever the value comes after performing the calculations, say that is Y gram equivalent of silver. Clear? Now since we are talking about the non-attacking electrodes, that means when the electrolysis is taking place in such a case, what will happen within the anodic chamber after electrolysis? There will be fall in concentration, right? So I can say after electrolysis X gram equivalent which I am having, that value will be less than that of the Y gram equivalent value which was before electrolysis. So the overall fall in concentration of the anodic compartment will be equivalent to Y minus X gram equivalent of silver. Further, one more observation you need to determine here, that is the weight of silver which was deposited in the voltameter in the series. So say that weight of the silver deposited is W grams. Again you will convert it into gram equivalent. So you will be dividing it by equivalent mass of silver. So that is W upon 108 gram equivalent. Say that value comes to Z gram equivalent. So how can you find out the transport number of silver ion now? That will be, you will be applying the formula we are almost aware of. And what is the fall in the concentration around anode? That is Y minus X. So that will be your numerator within the fraction. And the amount of silver deposited is Z. So that will be denominator. Now, is it important to us to go for the complete experimental setup again to find out the transport number of anions? Not at all. You will simply apply the formula Na plus Nc is equal to 1. So, whatever the transport number value comes for the cation, you will minus it, take the difference from 1 and you will get directly the value for transport number of anion. Now, consider the second case when the electrodes are attacking type. You can take an example in such case, silver electrodes. So we are already studying for silver nitrate electrolytic solution, and instead of platinum electrode, now you consider that your anode and cathode are the silver electrodes. Now what will be the tendency of this attacking electrodes? That whenever the opposite ions attack the electrode, it will have tendency to discharge to a certain extent. So see here, see through the figure. So as your nitrate ions reaches the anode surface, that is the silver anode, there is increase in the concentration of silver ions within the anodic solution instead of its decrease which was seen in the last case, right? So what you can say here, say after electrolysis, in the case of attacking electrodes, there won't be fall in concentration within the anodic chamber. Rather, there will be increase in concentration of the silver ions within the anodic chamber. So I can say now X will be greater than Y, just the reverse of the first case. So the increase in concentration within the anodic solution will be X minus Y gram equivalent of silver. Now this increase in concentration is taking place in spite of the migration of silver ions from the anodic compartment to the cathodic compartment. Let us consider that if no silver ions had migrated from the anodic compartment, then what would be the increase in concentration of silver ions in the anodic compartment? Yes, would definitely be higher. And let us say that higher concentration value is equal to Z gram equivalent of silver. So now overall I can say the fall in concentration in the anodic solution due to migration of silver ions will be equal to Z minus X minus Y. Is it clear to all, right? What is Z in this case? Z is definitely the amount of silver which is deposited in the voltameter. However, this Z in this particular equation is different to that of this Z. What is this Z? This is increase in concentration which is observed, which is equivalent to Z gram equivalent of silver. So you need to find out now the transport number of ion in this case. So how you are going to calculate? You will take Z minus X minus Y divided by Z, and then to find out the transport number of the anion, you will simply take the difference of this from 1. Is it clear? So this is about transport number and its determination by Hittorf's method. If you like my videos and if you are able to understand it clearly, kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you can get notifications of my videos.